Hello, my name is Richard. I went 4-0, first place undefeated at a info sneak peek box release, and I played branded. So here's my deck list. First, standard 3 Aliber, nothing to say there. 3 Albaz, never play less than 3. Card's too strong and you need it to loop your resources. 3 cart. Some people play 3. I think I would like 2. But I played 3 because I only have 1 Quem. So, like, this helps you, like, loop your resources better. 3 Serenir. It was supposed to be 1 Serenir, but I don't have Thrust, so I decided, and I don't have extra fusion dupes, so I bumped up Serenir to bump up my high spirit count. This is really good when you draw it with high spirits, and good against, like, dark decks, but those are low-key kind of rare. That helped me against yubel though. 3 Shrouded. This card's broken. Nothing much to say. It's literally upstart on crack for the deck. Since it's cost, which is nice too. 1 Quem. You should be playing 2. I only have 1. Sag. 2 Merc. Mainly for more darks for Allure. Oh shit. No, my Quem. You. 1 Tragedy, self-explanatory. 1 Rebellion, self-explanatory. Kit. I play Sprind, so this card's like even better, but helps you loop resources, and it's like I guess an extra normal summon. Although low key the extra normal summons break your deck a little bit. I'm not too sure how I feel about this, but it came up in grind, so I guess I can't hate it too much. I only locked once. 3 opening, standard. 3 fusion, standard. Best card in the deck. I mean, what else you can say? 3 high spirits. I was originally playing 1, but I don't own Thrust, so I had to bump this up in order to beat Ash. This card's insane when it goes through, but the problem is it needs to go through. You need to see this with a dragon, otherwise this card is literally a brick. Also, insane resource loop. Sometimes you would dump this off Quem and phase add it back as free discard every single turn. 3 Allure. Self-explanatory. Like, this card's freaking nuts. You deep draw. If you banish a Merc or Tragedy with this, it feels nuts. If you banish an Albaz with it, that's like an extra fusion material for your branded fusion. Yeah, I mean, like, it's literally pot agreed. 3 deployment, standard. I mean, nothing else to say. And then 1 Brandon in red, standard. Maybe play 2, I don't know, because Guardian Chimera is freaking nuts, but at the same time, like, this card's a little bricky. Burial, I kind of don't like this card. It really is just like kind of shit, because like if you dump Tragedy with it, you like get fucked by Droll, and then it's like literally just worse than like hard drawing Aliber or something, or not necessarily, but like it can brick hands. Like if you draw a bunch of normal summons and you draw this doesn't do anything by itself. I guess is mainly what it is. It's like a 2 card, but like not very good. Like you can dump Serenir, you can dump Albaz sometimes for Cartesia, and then yeah, I mean like it's all right, cuttable though. I feel like. Gold Sarc, this is better Foolish Burial for the deck because you can banish Merc and that can search your Quem, that can search your card, that can search your Albion, right? Nuts. That actually feels good to draw. 1 Lost. This is like the in-engine board breaker of the deck. This card's crazy. Resource generation as well. 1 Called By. Yeah. Still hate Ash. Like you can play through Ash, but it's like whatever. Then board breakers, 3 Droplet. I slightly prefer Dark Ruler, but like you don't hate losing cards as much in this deck because you play deep draw with like the Allure, and you need to see something to break crazy boards for like yubel and shit. So like this card's good. And it's also good going first, so sometimes I just don't even side this out and keep this up. 3 Dark Ruler, this card's fucking insane. MVP, won me a couple games. Like kashtira, like I mean, like it just knocked out the interruptions, like the little interruptions for kashtira just made it even more beatable. And for traps, one retry, self-explanatory, one fusion dupe, self-explanatory. I would like to play 3 of these. If you don't own thrust, like I feel like I would prefer this over like bumping up Serenir and high spirits, because Serenir, when you're not playing to like a light and dark matchup, is really just like half of a starter, which is like kind of gets stuck in your hand, especially going second. Extra deck, 2 Albion, self-explanatory, 2 Mirror Jade, self-explanatory, Guardian Chimera, self-explanatory, Lubalion, self-explanatory. Extra deck's pretty standard. 2 Bignall. I was originally not sold on this, but then I pivoted the deck to be more like my mindset towards the deck to be like, it's super mid-range. All you need to do is survive, make this guy dump something, and keep playing the next turn and pray you live. Worked out. Like, this card's good. Second one comes up because you can Cartesia on your turn, summon Quem end phase, and then if you leave Cartesia, you can summon Cartesia back next turn, or maybe even trigger Quem end phase to bring it back, Poly next turn, and then you can use Quem to bring back Mirror Jade, and then you get plus off of this. Like, it's not bad. For the lock, I sometimes really do like hard making this because it can just bring back Mirror Jade. Like, it's fucking crazy. 3 Mirror Jade. Stapelia, I think people are cutting this. Makes sense. I honestly haven't made this often at all. But I still play it because like it comes up sometimes when you're like in red and then you don't want Chimera. It's like one of your only interruptions. And also like if you get Shifter, this is like pretty much your only play. Furious. This card's fucking crazy. Like, I didn't know how to use this card correctly before. I would only use it against like back row decks or whatever, but like, dude, holy moly. Like, sometimes you would make this by sacking your Lubellion. I think it's also because I play 3 Serenir now, but like, dude, this, like, against Kashtira, like, they had Birth left on field. End phase, I make this guy, I pop their Birth. On their turn, I pop their follow-up. And then they have fucking Scareclaw Cash, and then like prep on field. They go prep, revive, unicorn, murk that shit. Like, oh my god, it feels so. This card just is insane. Like, it pops every turn, and then you can make this off of Albion, and then you pop Albion, and you go plus. Like, it's nuts. Rinbrum, self-explanatory. I never really make this guy. Maybe I should, but I don't know. It's always just dump in the graveyard. Clad, self-explanatory. I play Sprint mainly because I really like summoning Albaz in the graveyard, because like the other way is just like to burn your Clad, and I don't know how I feel about that. But that's literally just this. Like, also occasionally if your opponent's playing something weird, you can poly it off with Sprint, and I think that's also another big reason. Like, I'm playing locals, so I don't think everyone's on meta, so I can't like pinpoint down, like I can poly it away for Lubellion or something like that, so I just play this guy. And also, sometimes you dump it, add Kit can recycle, like a Banish Retribution, and then you keep going. And then Quiritus. This card's actually freaking nuts. Like, goes for game. This feels good. Summon off of Wignall for free. If they get rid of it, like, you just go plus. Like, no complaints there. Side deck. Masquerade. This card's really freaking important for time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I really like this card. There was an era where people started cutting it, and you know, in the sheeple I am, I cut this too, but I really missed it, and now that it's like back, yeah, I really like it. I mean, you can cut Stapelia or Sprint to main deck this. I might even do that. This card just feels good. Like, with like literally anything, like shit materials, you make this, and then like they break through your board, but they're down on life, so you're just like being chilling, especially since your deck's so grindy. 1 Magnamut. Yeah, I mean, like, I had like 1 space left. This is pretty much the last place. Respect Darkmoor. I mean, yeah. Duster. Yep. Hate back row. It just feels good. Cyclone. This, I don't know how I feel about this. I've been keeping this in the side for the longest time because Runic is a tough matchup, like, in my opinion. But I don't think anyone at locals is really playing Runic anymore. This is also for floodgates, but like I don't think people are really playing floodgates except for D barrier. So maybe I can cut this and like replace it with like designator to like respect D barrier, right? Like the only time I sided this in was for birth against cash, and like even that didn't feel very good because they can just add it back, you know. With Theosis, Droll. This in theory is good, but I never went first post side. Or, yeah, first pro side. And every time I went second, I was just like, why not just play a board breaker, right? I mean, this, I could have sided this in against Shining Sarc, but I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, Shining Sarc, like, Dark Roller was literally just enough, so. But, yeah, it's like, in theory, it's for combo and for a lot of the Fiendsmith, because, like, you know, this beats Fiendsmith. Yeah. 3 evenly, this card is nuts. It's like, it's for all the decks that don't play negates, and then you just full clear them. And then considering that I played, like every single deck that I played that tournament didn't have a negate except for Fiendsmith, like this just feels good. I don't know. 3 Imperm. This in theory is supposed to be good because you swap it out for swap out Dark Ruler for this going first. And it's like if you don't want something like what is it? Droll going first. So like, but again, I never went first post side, so like I basically never put this in. I put this in the for Protos, but you know, it just didn't come up. And wow, look, the engraver, ooh, $100. All right, that's it.